What's up, Bulls Nation? Hold on to your seats because we've got massive trade rumors that could change everything. Zach LaVine to the Warriors? Wendell Carter Jr. coming back home? We're breaking down the latest buzz that's got the whole NBA world talking. Is Chicago about to shake up the entire league? You won't believe what sources are saying. Stay tuned, because this could be the biggest Bulls news of the year. Welcome to Chicago Bulls News, your go-to source for the latest updates on the Windy City's favorite team. We've got you covered with breaking news, trade rumors, and in-depth analysis of everything Bulls. From United Center to the front office, we're bringing you the inside scoop. Hit subscribe and let's talk Bulls basketball. Today we've got some red-hot trade rumors to break down. We're talking potential moves that could reshape the Bulls roster and maybe even the entire Eastern Conference. So get ready, because we've got a lot to cover. First up, let's dive into the bombshell that's been making waves across the NBA world, Zach LaVine potentially heading to the Golden State Warriors. Now, I know what you're thinking, Zach to the Warriors? No way. But hear me out, because this rumor has some serious legs. According to multiple sources close to both organizations, the Warriors have been aggressively pursuing LaVine in recent weeks. And it's not hard to see why. The Dubs are looking to maximize their championship window with the aging core of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Adding a dynamic scorer like LaVine to that mix? That could be the piece that puts them over the top. But let's break this down from the Bulls' perspective. Why would Chicago even consider moving their two-time All-Star? Well, it's no secret that the team has struggled to find consistency with LaVine and DeMar DeRozan as their centerpieces. The front office might be looking to shake things up and build around a different core. Now, what could a potential trade package look like? The Warriors would likely have to part with some serious assets. We're talking about young talent like Jonathan Kuminga or Moses Moody, plus draft picks. And don't forget about Andrew Wiggins' contract would almost certainly need to be included to make the money work. But here's where it gets really interesting. There are whispers that the Warriors might be willing to include Jordan Poole in the deal. Poole has shown flashes of brilliance, but his fit alongside Curry has been questionable at times. For the Bulls, acquiring a young, high-upside guard like Poole could be incredibly appealing. Of course, trading LaVine would be a massive decision for the Bulls. He's been the face of the franchise for years and is one of the most electrifying scorers in the league. But if the return is right, it could set Chicago up for long-term success. Now, let's shift gears and talk about another intriguing rumor that's been floating around, the potential return of Wendell Carter Jr. to the Windy City. That's right, folks, the former Bull and current Orlando Magic big man might be donning red and white once again. For those who need a refresher, Carter was drafted 7th overall by the Bulls in 2018 and showed promise as a versatile center. However, he was included in the trade that brought Nikola Vucevic to Chicago back in 2021. Since then, Carter has continued to develop his game in Orlando, becoming a solid two-way player with a much improved outside shot. So, why would the Bulls be interested in bringing Carter back? Well, it's no secret that Chicago has been struggling in the frontcourt. While Vucevic is a skilled offensive player, his defensive limitations have been exposed. Carter, on the other hand, offers a more well-rounded skill set that could complement the Bulls' current roster. The question is, what would it take to pry Carter away from the Magic? Orlando is in the midst of a rebuild, so they might be open to acquiring future assets. A package centered around Kobe White and draft compensation could be a starting point for negotiations. But here's where things get tricky. Any trade for Carter would likely signal the end of Vucevic's time in Chicago. The Bulls would have to decide if they're willing to move on from Vuk and pivot to a younger option in Carter. Now, let's take a step back and consider how these potential moves could impact the Bulls' overall strategy. If both of these trades were to happen, LaVine to the Warriors and Carter back to Chicago, we'd be looking at a dramatically different Bulls team. Imagine a starting lineup of, say, Jordan Poole, Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, and Wendell Carter Jr. That's a group with a nice blend of scoring, playmaking, and defensive potential. Plus, you'd have the assets acquired from the Warriors to either develop or use in future trades. But there are risks to consider. Trading LaVine would mean losing a proven 25-plus points per game scorer. There's no guarantee that Poole or any other pieces acquired could replicate that production. And while Carter has improved, he's not the same level of offensive threat as Vucevic. On the flip side, these moves could provide the Bulls with more financial flexibility moving forward. LaVine's max contract comes off the books, and Carter is on a more team-friendly deal. This could allow Chicago to be players in free agency or take on salary in future trades. Now, I want to hear from you, Bulls fans. What do you think about these trade rumors? Would you be in favor of moving LaVine to the Warriors? And how would you feel about bringing Wendell Carter Jr. back to Chicago? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Before we wrap up, let's quickly touch on a few other Bulls-related news items. Injury update: I've got good news on the Lonzo Ball front. Sources close to the team say he's making steady progress in his rehabilitation. While there's still no firm timetable for his return, the medical staff is cautiously optimistic about his chances of playing next season. Summer League standout: keep an eye on Dallin Terry, folks. The second-year guard has been turning heads in practice, and the coaching staff is reportedly very high on his potential. Don't be surprised if he earns a larger role in the rotation next season. Front office rumblings: there's been some chatter about potential changes in the Bulls' front office. While nothing is imminent, sources suggest that ownership is evaluating all options to improve the team's decision-making process. Alright, Bulls Nation, that's all we've got for today's video. But trust me, we'll be keeping a close eye on these trade rumors and bringing you updates as soon as we have them. Remember, the NBA landscape can change in an instant, so stay tuned to Chicago Hoops Central for all the latest Bulls news and analysis. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And hey, why not share it with your Bulls-obsessed friends? Let's get the whole fan base talking about these potential moves. Until next time, keep believing in the Bulls, and I'll see you in the next one.